Welcome everyone to my new video for Lucid Trading prop firm, new product. Today I'd like to share with you all the details you need to know about their new product of $25,000 from the Lucid test, including the Lucid Pro version. The time I'm filming this is 10th of November 2025, just a couple of hours after it is live. Right, so I'd like to walk you through the whole process. And before we get into the subject, make sure for those of you that are interested, we do daily giveaways with Lucid accounts on our daily live stream from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. EST time. We're doing it on my channel. You can join us, including our Discord community of traders. It's all for free, guys. And you can find out more about it. And of course, the max discount coupon code SCRAMBLE always attached to the best discounts available at any product. Thank you guys. Now, let's get started. The Lucid Test $25,000 account is the new plan. It is a plan which is right now discounted on 45%, comes out at $60 at today's rate, which is a decent size considering the return you can have on this account. The reset fee is very, very attractive right now on $37. That's something that stands out. And then the profit target is sort of away compared to the other accounts. Basically, this is a 5% profit target. Meanwhile, if you look at the 50K test account, is 6%. If you look at the 100K, 6%. And of course, if we are looking into the 150K, which is the fourth version available for the Lucid test, this is basically also sitting on 6% for the target. So for the first time on Lucid, we have this product available at 5% profit target for your challenge to be passed. You can have up to 10 active accounts if you don't have any funded accounts, whether we talk about the Lucid Pro, which is the funded version of a challenge, a past challenge, or you have directly an instant funded purchase from the Lucid Direct version, which is something I'd like to share with you as well, because the $25,000 account is also added on that side. 5% for the target, up to 10 accounts live. If you want to go for a nice copy trading, that you have this possibility, but keep in mind you can become Lucid Pro with only 5 at a time. So maximum 5 at a time you can have Lucid Pro, like funded version, maximum 5 at a time. Max loss is $1,000. That means our max loss is quite close to the profit target, which is something that is not really happening on any other plan available. There is a gap, and most of the time the gap is quite big. For the 50K, there is $1,000 in between the max loss and the profit target. For the other accounts, there is basically half of your profit target. That's where your max loss is located. For 100K, $3,000. Or for the 150K, 4,500 from the 9,000 level. Now here, we are having much better odds. So that's in your advantage, guys. The max loss limit is quite high. Drawdown type, end of the day drawdown, which means that during the day, your max loss is not adjusting at all. Only based on your end of the day balance. That's how it trails, of course, till your original balance. So once you cross your 25K, and once you make your $26,000, your max loss is going to stop at 25. It's not trailing above your original balance, certainly not. So daily loss limit, none. And again, this is a unique way looking at the things, because all the other accounts have a daily loss limit. This way is really important in these conditions, because simply if they would set a $500 or $400 or $600 daily loss limit, this product would be totally different. But this way, with a max loss of 1,000, it's extremely attractive towards the profit target, extremely attractive. And the contract size 2 minis, which is pretty much enough, because 2 minis represents $40 a point, or NASDAQ for example, $40 a point. You got to make $1,250. So 1,250 divided to $40, that's 31. Let's put it 32 points, which is what you got to do to pass your challenge. 32 points on 2 minutes. Your max loss is going to be, we divide 1,000 to $40, that's 25 points basically. So there is a 32 versus 25. That's basically how it looks like, 7 points in between. And if you're making, for example, $500 profit and you close your trades, then your max loss is located on $24,000. So that's, an even bigger cushion out there left for you to advance towards your target if you do it within the same day, which is possible. No activation fee. Think about it. $60, no activation fee. Trader dashboard, real time. And one of the best things out there is once you pass your challenges, you don't need to wait for the upcoming day. You pass your challenge and you can start trading your Lucid Pro account, which is the funded version, right away. And you can pass this in as little as 1 day because it has no consistency rate. Simply no consistency. Once you pass this, what happens next? Well, that's something a lot of the people care about, and this is discoverable in the Lucid Pro Payout Works structure. So, you have a minimum trading period, which is 5 days. During each cycle, minimum 5 days, where you have the minimum profit for this 250 for this 25,000 on $50. $50 a day minimum for 5 days. This is the requirement for you to be able to request your payout in terms of minimum profit on trading days. Then consistency is the next requirement, 35% consistency, which is really advantageous. Where do you have to reach for you to be able to request the payout? Well, the first thing you got to do is to achieve your buffer, because the profit and the withdrawal always comes with money you have above the buffer. So first, achieve your buffer. The buffer is on 26,100, right? So that 1,100 is your buffer for the 25K account, which is 4% plus $100, right? 4% is my buffer here, plus $100. That's lovely. And then the maximum payout basically for the 25K is located here, $1,000. Clearly flat $1,000, which I think at the current rate, to pay $60 and to be able to take out 1,000 is nuts. Let alone you can do this on 5 accounts, which is how many you can actually have Lucid Pro funded. Maybe it's not worth it to trade 10 challenges at the same time. Maybe it's worth to do 5 and 5 and 5 in groups of 5. Why is it good with 5? With 5 accounts, you're spending basically 60.5. You're spending $303 on 5 accounts. So with 303, spending that amount of money, getting to your target, become financed, and then the cash out you're having the ability to take will be $5,000. So with 303 spent, you get $5,000 out. Think about the gap between the price that you're spending and the payout. How many times can you blow this kind of sessions? Because this is worth it to be traded on copy trading, obviously. Obviously, it's worth it to be on copy trading. It's worth it to be going max into 5 accounts, copy trading, and so on. For those of you that question the fact that if I have Lucid Direct, can I also have 5 funded of Lucid Pro? Totally, you can have funded on the entire platform, Lucid Trading. 5 funded. So if you have 1 Lucid Direct, it's worth for you to buy 4 Lucid tests, pass the challenge, and have 4 Lucid Pro. Because totally you can have combined 5 funded, whether we take it from the Lucid Pro or from the Lucid Direct. Right? So that's the whole thing you need to know. If you don't have Lucid Direct, then you can go basically with 5 Lucid Pro. If you have 5 Lucid Direct, then you cannot have Lucid Pros. But simply you can pass your test and put your accounts on pause. Right? So you just pause until you have room available, and you trade them when you have room available. If you have room available, obviously I don't wish that, and none of us wish that, but certainly we lose accounts because trading is sometimes also having losses. Therefore, paying $303 and taking out $5,000, well, let's just divide 5,000 divided to 303. That gives me 16.5 times on the cost that I have. So 16.5 times I can try this thing over and over again and break even. If I'm basically losing $2,000 and making $5,000, right? Let's assume that I'm blowing up six times of 5 accounts each round, right? So 6 times 303, I'll spend 1,818, and I'll make 5 grand. If that's my ratio. Even if your ratio is just 10% success rate, let's think about it this way. Only 10% success rate, which means only 10% of your round of purchases you're buying achieve the payout stage. And if you get to the first payout, guys, second payout is just a lot easier, because you will be required to make minimum 5 days of $50 and be above the buffer, right? And then you can cash out. Think about it. That's very attractive. That's very, very attractive. Of course, you'd like to make a little more than the minimum buffer plus the payout you're taking. I mean, with the payout of $1,000, you have to do 27,100. 27,100. The buffer is 26,100. With the payout of 1,000 you would like to do, that's 27,100. You get to that 27,100, you take out 1,000, you remain with 26,100. So you have a lot of the buffer there going on, basically, till your original balance. So getting back to the math, even if you spend 1,818 bucks on this account and you're taking a single payout, that's 5 grand. That's going to be 3,200 profit. And then you just repeat that and as many times as possible. You just repeat that. You can pass this account in a single day, and then you need basically minimum 5 days. Minimum 5 days of profit. And then you can request your payout on the 6th day. Think about it. So from the time you buy your challenge, in 6-7 days, you can already request your payout of $5,000, which is why this thing is possible to be repeated like 3 to 4 times a month. If you have a confirmation rate, of 10%, basically, you're still having profits, even with 10% confirmation rate. Quite interesting that this is leaving a lot of the edge right there for the traders to make money. Not crazy amount of money on the payouts, because you're spending $60 right there if you want to go higher amounts of money on the payouts and you want to take the 150K account, which, by the way, is having a tremendous amount of money on the reset fee. $105 for the reset fee, and that's insane, guys. Right, so to be able indeed to spend $210, that's fine, but the reset fee, $105, and the payout is $3,000 here. It's just insane. So reset fees are very, very cheap, guys. Very, very cheap, guys. And that's where a lot of the people make the edge. Beautiful. That's where we are for the moment. That's where we are for the moment. Now let's talk about a Lucid Direct account. 25K, 238 bucks. Let me just, is it worth 280 bucks? 238, is it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Look at the size and look at the gap and the difference in the price. Right, so the price is half and the sizing is tremendously different. Plus on top of that, the payout is tremendously different for the 150K, which is obviously by far for the Lucid Direct Instant Funded the best account, 150K. Now it's priced and the best discounts available at $504. Consistency rule is 20% here. No daily loss limit. Max loss limit is $1,000, and you need minimum 8 trading days with no minimum money per day. Max accounts 5, of course. In terms of the amount of money you can cash out, well, you have a target that you need to achieve. This is your target, $1,500. Right, so the payout target for this accounts are, if we divide 1,500 to 250, we'll see it's 6%, which is the same thing all over the place on all the accounts, right? 6% for the first payout, and then it becomes 5% for the upcoming payouts. But the crazy side and the crazy business model comes out here, guys. I told you in the other videos, 3% for your second cycle profit goals, 3% for the 150K. Oh, that's just insane of opportunity to make money. 3%, and you take out 3,000 for the 150K. For the 25K, you're taking out the same $1,000, and this value is not changing. So you do 6%, yeah, for the first profit goal. You make that 1,500 and you're taking out $1,000. You're pretty much taking out the same value here, but you got to pay 238 bucks compared to the Lucid test. Well, this is, 4 times more. And like I told you, at a cost of 5 accounts, you're basically having 303 bucks spent for 5 accounts. Meanwhile, here on the direct, you're spending 238 on a single account. It's funded, of course, that's right. But at the same time, there's a big gap and a big difference in between. So the test account is worth it in the way it is, especially because it has no daily loss limit, and the max loss is very close to the profit target. The reset fee is insanely cheap, right? So, oh my God, if we do the math here, it's 37 bucks for a reset fee. So how many accounts and what's the cushion out there for us to be able to still be profitable and, of course, have some losing accounts, because it's not possible to expect 100% accuracy rate. Still have some losing accounts. That's the real way of doing the math. But at 37 bucks with a payout of 1,000, there's just a huge gap in between. I'm just wondering, how many resets can you buy for each account? Like unlimited resets or just a single reset? I don't know that, but I'll have to ask. Might be a single reset and then normal resets so for each eval, can you buy unlimited resets or just a single reset? I don't know, but that would be interesting, because if you can buy unlimited resets, then you just continue buying this accounts at 37 bucks. And that is almost half of what is it. And on the other side as well, the other accounts with the resets are extremely cheap. Like that Lucid test, even if it's just once, you still have another opportunity. Maybe it's just once, maybe just a single time reset possibility for each challenge. But still that way, with 2, keep it like that in mind. So if you buy a single account, 60 bucks, in case you lose it, you buy another at 37, another reset. That's 97, 98. That's like under 100 bucks. Under $100 for 2 accounts. It comes out at 50 bucks an account. Even for the 150k in this way, 315 bucks for 2 accounts of 150k. That's basically $155 or 157, right? Very cheap. That's pretty much all about. Once again, guys, make sure to join our Discord. It's for free. Join our live stream every single day from 8 a.m. EST time. We're trading daily on my YouTube channel. We're a community, a lot of the people out there enjoying. And do not forget about our other videos in this episodes of Lucid Trading. We have the honest review of the platform, we have the payout rules explained, and we have Lucid Trading best plans for 30 grand a month. That's something you'd like to see as well. Subscribe to the channel. Look for the next videos as well. We're just sharing a lot of educations, including multiple other prop firms. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful time. Coupon code Scramble. The link is in the comments area. Everything is there. Have a lovely day, guys. We'll talk to you soon.